today on Divorce Court?
I'm here today because I love Devin so much, but in the last year, we've had a lot of problems, and he's keeping our entire relationship a secret. I'm a white girl rapper, and social media is what made me famous. People all over the world share my music.
Sarah doesn't think I'm very supportive of a rap career, but I am. I just don't really like the rap scene.
If Devin doesn't change and start taking our relationship seriously and my dreams seriously, then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sarah Buck and Devin Newsom. The two of you have been together for a while. You're here trying to determine whether or not you should get married. So I gave you one of my compatibility tests. You gave me your license and your permission to tear it up should I find your union ill-advised. So we're going to get right to it. Ms. Buck, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're not sure that marriage to Mr. Newsom is the thing to do?
Okay, well, let me tell you a little about my past. I got with my ex-husband when I was 17. We were married for 10 years and had 2 kids. When it finally fell apart, I lost myself to drugs. I've been just celebrated a year clean a couple days ago.
Good for you.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Thank you. About a month into my sobriety, I met Devin. As well, at the beginning of being sober, that's when I started to focus on my music career and my rap career. And Devin doesn't really support it, like, at all. Rap
career?
Yes, ma'am.
I hear that a lot in here from not people that look like you.
That's the point.
You know, just saying.
I mean, I can freestyle for you right now.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Okay, Your Honor. So Devin says that I'm his girl, but he keeps it on the low. And he tells me I'm his world, but nobody really knows. Yeah, I got a couple pictures that I'm not allowed to post. I can't handle this alone, so I brought him to the show. I'm like his best kept secret that he can't give away. He trying hard just to keep it, so we came here today. I want his love. I don't need it, and I can walk away. Help me, Judge Toller. I'm pleading. I don't know if I should stay.
I usually say something smart after that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Now, Ms. Buck, don't they tell you not to get into a relationship right in the beginning of your sobriety?
They do, but believe it or not, he helped me out. He's a lot more supportive of my sobriety than he is of my rap career. He's a really positive person. He doesn't let things get him down. He's really healthy. So I think that it was a benefit having him in my life because he helped motivate me to stay clean.
But now you say he's not supporting your career. Why do you believe he's not supportive of your rap career?
Well, basically because I've had about 20 shows locally, and he's probably came to maybe 3 or 4 of them. The biggest show that I've had so far, I had to beg him to come. He shows up an hour and a half late, and then he's on his phone the whole time. Over the summer, I introduced myself to some of his friends as a rapper, and he literally laughed in my face, like it's a joke to him.
Okay, now, Mr. Newsom, I'm not mad. I'm just coming over here. You love this woman?
More than anything.
You were supportive of her sobriety, which is the difficult part. Do you not want her to be a rapper?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say she spends a lot of time in the studio. I barely ever get to see her. And kind of being sober is the main thing. And when she goes to rap, you know what rappers talk about.
The environment
exactly.
is not conducive to sobriety.
So I don't want her to fall back into that. So I support her, but to a limit, because I don't like what she's around.
You can't get enthusiastic because you think it may be something that'll take her back down that path.
All it takes is one time or one thing to be slipped, and it's all
You understand what he's saying to you, don't you?
I do understand what he's saying, but what I need for him to understand is, since I've gotten sober and started focusing on my dreams, so many amazing things have happened to me. I've videos that have over 100,000 views, people all over the world share my posts and my songs. I'm never gonna let myself fall back to that because I've came so far, and I didn't come this far just to come this far.
Can I say this, though?
Of course.
Never say, I'm never gonna let myself.
Yeah.
You got to be on guard every day, like every day is game day.
Yeah.
I've got some experience with that in family. You know, it's not like I'm not doing that no more. The minute you say I'm cool, that's when the big ugly beast comes back to get you.
Right.
So just from me to you.
Okay.
Other than his not supporting your career, What's giving you hesitation about marrying Mr. Newsome?
Well, pretty much our relationship is a secret. I'm not allowed to post any pictures on social media. I'm not allowed to tag him in anything. We can't be in a relationship on Facebook. If I do tag him in anything, post him in anything, he makes me delete it right away. I'll get a call within a couple minutes, like, take that down. You know I don't want our business out there. So it's a secret.
Mr. Newsome, is your relationship with her a secret?
To her, it's a secret. Everybody that needs to know knows. I'm not much of a social media person.
Right.
To be on Facebook. Like I said, she does have a lot of fans. She has a lot of crazy fans at that. Yeah. I don't want to be...
You don't get involved in that.
Exactly.
Do you believe that he is playing single on social media, or do you believe that he simply don't want to get your stuff involved in all of that stuff?
In my eyes, I'm worried that either he's ashamed of me because I'm a white girl rapper, or it's something like that. I don't know. It's not like he's playing on social media, because I'm on his page. He doesn't post things like I'm single. He really doesn't post anything at all. But the only people in his family that know about me is his immediate family. None of the extended family, none of the siblings, none of the cousins, none of the friends, who all happen to be females. But with the amount of people that I have following me on social media and the amount of messages and stuff I get a day, it would just be so much easier if I could put out there that I'm in a happy relationship, maybe to try to curb some of the people that are coming at me so heavy. I'm proud of him.
Listen,
I want the world to know.
Rational does not stop the crazies.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Rational ain't got anything to do with it. So you need to let him, you want to shine, that's wonderful. But don't push him in a light that he doesn't want to be in.
Okay, well, even if we remove social media from it, like say, okay, Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I was texting him all day. Like, I don't have anything to do. I don't have family to hang out with. I'd love to hang out with you. He was hanging out with all of his family. I'm telling him I'd love to come, meet the extended family. He's like, oh, it's not that much fun. I'm not staying, yada, yada. Coming to find out, he stayed all day because I seen it all over somebody else's Snapchat.
Now, Mr. Newsome, what happened on Memorial Day?
I was drinking a little bit and eating good, and like I said, I wasn't there for too long. It was a couple hours.
So you got turned up and you didn't want to have to deal with your girlfriend?
And I was sitting at home alone, not eating, not drinking,
not
nothing.
at all. At the time, I didn't even have a vehicle at the time, so coming to get her wasn't really the option. But like I said, I wasn't there for too long. I was there for a little bit, seeing some family, but the family that was there is the family that she sees most of the time.
So she's not a secret?
My cousins, my grandmother, my dads, my uncles,
gotcha,
little brothers and sisters.
Mr. Newsome, I understand in the beginning of your relationship with Ms. Buck, she cheated on you. Is that accurate?
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times. How many times?
6, several, and with a good friend of mine.
Okay, not 6, not 6.
And how long into the relationship did she do that? Mr. Newsome, I understand in the beginning of your relationship with Ms. Buck, she cheated on you. Is that accurate?
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times. How many times?
6, several, and with a good friend of mine.
Okay, not 6, not 6.
With a good friend of yours?
A good friend of mine.
And how long into the relationship did she do that?
A couple months. I want to say probably the 4th month. Like I said, we were talking, we were pretty serious, but still, when you're...
Isn't that a drop-kickable moment?
It was, but I have feelings for her, I love her and I care for her, and I really didn't...
What were you doing sleeping with his friend?
I will admit, I did cheat a couple times, not 6. I did cheat 3 times. In my defense, he was so adamant on, I don't want any labels. I don't want us to be serious. We're just kind of seeing where this goes. I assumed that he was out, doing him. So I was doing me too. Yeah. And as far as his friend goes, he did come over and he started putting it in my ear. Devin's talking to other girls. Devin's sleeping around on you. Devin's doing all this. And I did get kind of angry, and I didn't think he was taking it serious. So,
Oh, Ms. Buck.
But then when I told him about it, he broke down.
That's just, that's just nasty.
I know.
You don't, even if you two weren't serious, a guy you dated a couple times, you don't do his friend. Period. End of story. It's nasty. You gotta have rules about yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta have limits, things you can do, but you won't do because you're better than that. That should be one
I'm
of
telling
them.
myself that now.
That should be one of them. Is it true that in the beginning you tried to keep it light and maybe she may have misinterpreted your comments as, well, we're both free to see other people?
I wouldn't say free to see other people, but you know, it was kind of a down low thing, feeling the situation out, seeing seeing what type of woman she is.
And you saw it, you still kept her.
I mean, it was months into it. Like I said, it is my mistake. Like I said, I helped her get sober, and that's a huge part.
Big deal.
Exactly.
And it is a big deal.
It
I
is.
mean,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
it is a big deal. Are you concerned that she'll cheat on you again, or do you honestly and truly believe that's in your past?
It's kind of hard to trust her because of the situations and the lies, but I would like to believe that she wouldn't.
But you have some concerns about the way she dresses
I do.
and the way she acts that would seem to indicate to
Yes.
me that you are a little worried about that.
It's 'cause
Why
she
don't you
chooses-
explain
she chooses
that
to act
to
very
me?
childish at times. She doesn't act her age at all. She acts like a young teenager. You know,
What don't you like about how she dresses?
you know, butt hanging out, breast out, you know, just showing too much skin, you know. I don't mind when you go out, maybe sometimes dressed like that, but you are a grown woman. You need to, you know, clothe yourself at times and respect yourself.
Oh, there we go.
There's one.
Oh, that's not too much. That's
I
not too
can't help
bad.
that they're big. Like, that's not my fault.
It wasn't too bad.
No, but you don't see it.
You don't
on the
see it all the
weekends,
time.
You know?
You didn't get the good ones out
Yeah,
here.
you know.
Do you understand his concern about the way you dress?
I do. I definitely, you know, I can see it. And if it's an issue, I can work on it.
Okay.
I'm not set in my ways.
I got you.
I was hanging out with him, and he fell asleep on me. While he was sleeping, I used the opportunity to take a picture of us on Snapchat. I posted it, and I found out while he was so worried about me cheating on him, he's been cheating on me the whole duration of our relationship.
Mr. Newsom, can you explain that? We've been on you for a while, Ms. Bucks. I want to talk about something Mr. Newsom did, or you say he did. You say you caught him cheating on Snapchat.
I was hanging out with him, and he fell asleep on me. While he was sleeping, I used the opportunity to take a picture of us on Snapchat. Of course, I had to do it while he's unconscious because he doesn't allow it. I posted it. Within 5 minutes, his phone starts blowing up, and he goes outside to talk to somebody. He comes back in, and I get a message on the phone from his best friend of the entire time that we were together, and I found out while he was so worried about me cheating on him, he's been cheating on me the whole duration of our relationship. With someone who he supposedly was his best friend. Pictures of them together all over social media, but I'm not allowed to do it.
Mr. Newsom, can you explain that?
Yes, I can explain that. First off, it wasn't the whole time. She's over-exaggerating.
It wasn't the whole time, so it was some of the time.
I'll admit it was some of the time, but it wasn't like she says it was. But like I said, my judgment was clouded by what she did, and it's not right that I did that, but...
So you're claiming it was a revenge cheat?
I don't know how when you were doing it before you even found out
that's
that
what
I
I'm
was
saying. It was in the
cheating.
beginning. It's kind of like in the beginning type thing.
So it was a rough transition.
Yeah. And
So
it's
it
kinda
started in
something
the
that
beginning,
was
but
kinda-
it just ended 2 months ago. That's
It's-
pretty much the whole time, right?
No. Once again, over-exaggerating again.
Did it end just 2 months ago?
More than that, probably about 4 months ago.
No.
Listen, it happened in the
Both
beginning.
of you would be so in my rear view mirror. You know what?
Listen.
I don't get it.
At first, it was like that, but like I said, it stopped. We weren't messing around like that, but she was buying things, and, you know, she was taking me to work, so it kind of prolonged out, you know? I kind of
We
prolonged it
got
out.
used to getting...
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, it was my mistake. As a man, I'll admit that. I shouldn't have done that, but it did happen, and I can't
And then how can I kick him to the curb after I found out when he forgave me, you know, when I cheated? So I figured, you know, I got to give him a chance too, and we got to work on it. Since then, things have been pretty good.
All right, compatibility test. Couple of things. You said something alarmed me, though. That if there's anything you could change about your intended, you said the way she acts. That's pretty large in scope, is it not?
just childish, man, just very childish. One time, I seen something on Facebook I didn't like. It's her comment on somebody's picture, and I came to talk to her, and I'm like, what if I comment on a girl's picture saying, you know, oh, you look so pretty, or blah, 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 you be tripping on me. First thing that comes out of her mouth is, you always talking about some dudes, this, that, I don't want to do this, blah, 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 blah. Stormed out my house, like we couldn't even communicate. I had to walk 5 blocks to finally talk to her to make her come back to my house.
Okay. Well, even larger still is the fact that your tubes are tied and you want more kids.
Oh, for sure, that's a big deal too.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is huge.
And then another, I mean, I had little red flags and stickies all over your compatibility test. No. The last one was, you know, she wants a prenup.
I bet she would. But I'm the moneymaker right now, though.
Right now.
Yeah, she thinks she's gonna blow up, and if she doesn't, she's got to get rid of you. You're not taking any of her cash. That's what she's saying.
I know I'm gonna blow up.
I got it.
Okay.
I just want to present what you presented to me. You cheated with his friend. You cheated on her up till 4 months ago. She has her tubes tied and doesn't want more kids. You want kids. You think she acts like a child. She thinks you don't even want to acknowledge her to her family. None of this says marriage to me. I mean, it's not like he cuts his toenails in bed or she's a little OCD. Each and every one of those things in their own right is a huge deal. And if you can't come to some kind of reconciliation on the big stuff, the little stuff doesn't matter, because the big stuff will always overshadow it. What I would do is continue to date, see if you can get a whole year in there with nobody sleeping with anybody else. No, seriously. I'm just saying, on both parts, do that.
Both parts. She said both parts.
Both parts.
And then you have to have a rational discussion about what you really want to do about kids and if that's a deal breaker for you. And you have to do that sooner rather than later, because the longer that you invest in the relationship, the more you're willing to say, well, I'll go ahead and get married and hope she'll change her mind later. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to know what you want.
I understand,
you have to know what you need. And you have to know if you can live your life with someone who's in that lifestyle. I've had a lot of rappers come in here, and every spouse or significant other of the rapper has said to me, the lifestyle consumes them, and I don't like being an asterisk in their existence. And that's not going to change. So you guys got a whole lot of questions to ask yourself and a whole lot of answers before you even should think about marriage. If I had a blowtorch, I'd light this marriage certificate on fire as I left the room. Good luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned.
The fact that she has her tubes tied, like I said, I do want kids at some time and point, but we're just gonna have to take it slow, and hopefully it can happen, because like I said, that'll be a huge deal breaker if not.
I never really thought that I would have more kids, but as far as Devin is concerned, I would think about it. I wouldn't be totally against it. It's just something that we're gonna have to talk about. But I'm not flat out, no kids. We'll see.